So today I thought I'd come outside to do my regular intro for the June setup this year. It's so nice outside, and it's actually above 20 degrees Celsius. If you're not from Canada, if you're Fahrenheit and in the US and whatnot, it's very warm today for me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna want to be outside for this. But anyway, so today is our June 2021 bullet journal setup. It is officially the quickest setup I've ever done. So if you do like this setup, it'll take you literally just a day. It's fantastic. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. All right, so for this month's setup, I decided to give myself a complete breather because I felt so burnt out from drawing Has-Been Hotel and just like the past few months being like very drawing heavy, and I really just needed like a chill month. So I decided to go with pusheen. I actually have a drawer in my craft room for like planner decor stuff, or like usually I end up using that drawer mostly for bullet journal setups for the whole year or like a half year point, since there's so many different colors and stuff. But a while ago I actually bought a stationery kit from when I was working full-time at Claire's, and it was a pusheen kit, and they had like a little diary thing. I'll show it on the camera here briefly, but I saw that in my planner decor thing, and it has a sheet of stickers in it as well. And I thought, you know what, let's try the pusheen theme again, because I first tried tackling it back in February 2019, and it was like I started with elephants, and then after that I was like, no, I want to do pusheen. So I was like, that theme was all over the place. But I really liked pusheen, but back then it was also harder for me to draw. So since I already had this kit with stickers and whatnot, I was like, okay, we'll try drawing pusheen for the cover page, which honestly this time was a lot easier and faster. So that was a gift. And I am so glad I decided to do that, because I was actually able to finish this entire setup in one day. That has never happened before. I think the last time that it was even remotely close to being a all-in-one-day thing was my January setup, but even then I still had to film in 2 days because my cover page took me longer to draw for some reason, even though it was basically just as simple as this. So maybe doing the Has-Been Hotel theme, it made me faster at drawing simpler stuff? I don't know, just a theory. So, doing the colors for the unicorn version of pusheen, I had to experiment a couple times with my other Tombos to try to get the colors as close as possible to the original picture that I took. And the whole reason I decided to go with the unicorn version of pusheen was because when I was looking for different little tidbits of pusheen's aesthetic, instead of just using my stationery kit as inspo, their little cartoons were so cute. And there's this one called Meowgical Girl, I probably said that wrong, but it was pusheen watching this pusheen be a superhero, and they had like this whole section where pusheen imagined her turning herself into this character, and they did the whole Sailor Moon thing. It was so cute, so I'll leave the link down below. So I kind of used a mix of that cartoon with my stationery kit combined to create this whole theme's aesthetic. And for the outline of this pusheen, to match it as close to that picture as possible, I actually ended up mixing these two colors together. I didn't have a bluish purple in my kit, and I only had like really bright dark purple and a really bright dark navy blue, but I found combining them made the hue that I needed. And it was more time consuming going over top of layers, but I think it looks much better like that. And for the edges, I still thought it looked really white, so I decided to use the Salty Ocean Distress ink and add a little bit extra. And I find when I'm usually doing the distressed ink things, it blends better when I'm using colors, because usually when I use like dark inks like blacks or browns, it always looks like crap. I don't know. But yeah, so here is the full stationery kit. You can see all the polka dots, so that is why I transferred all those kind of dots to the schedule page. Made it very, very simple, and it was so nice and fast doing this. It was great. And the font that I found to write June in, it was actually not called the Pusheen font. It's called Always in My Heart, and it's the closest thing I could find to an actual Pusheen font. So I'll leave the link down below if you'd like to create your own words with that font. So I tried to match the colors of the dots on the stationery kit with my Tombos, so I actually pre-organized these colors before I even started, and then when I had them all bunched next to me, I just randomly filled in the dots with no real plan there. As long as I had the colors that were on the stationery kit, I knew it was going to look pretty cohesive. However, when I finished outlining the schedule page and tried to match the brown to Pusheen's outline, I didn't really like how the pink outline looked on the squares anymore, so I went over top with the brown, but I think it probably would have looked better if I started with the brown, because it might be a bit hard to see on this overhead shot, but in person I could still see some of the pink ink, since I didn't actually use a ruler to go super straight. I just kind of free-handed it. But you know what, mistake learned, these things happen. And I went with this puffy sticker kit that I got of Pusheen. I think I got it 2 years ago now, but when I first used it in my very first bullet journal, that book had very, very thin pages, and because I used a couple puffy stickers in middle of the pages, it made it lumpy. So I was taking a gamble with this one, but the pages are so much thicker that I don't think I'm gonna have that problem, but I will still be very cautious of where exactly the puffy stickers go. They'll have to go in top corners or bottom corners on the very ends of the pages so that it doesn't interfere with me drawing or writing. So onto the to-do list page, I just did the same kind of dots for the headers and kept it very simple like that, and used the same brown and threw in some washi tape as well. Very, very simple and very, very quick. It was fantastic. And I tried to use these post-it notes, but I thought it was going to be a cuter idea in my head, but then in actuality it didn't really look very nice, so that's why I stuck with the washi tape instead. Maybe I'll use them on a weekly spread or something. Okay, so moving on to our mood tracker first. So that cartoon that I mentioned during the cover page, during the transformation part where Pusheen was imagining herself becoming the Neogical Girl character, the part of her moon on the side of her bum was first a cookie, and she really wanted cookies. So I'll show again, if you watch the cartoon, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So that's why I used the sticker with her already eating the cookie and did a mix of full cookies, eaten cookies, and the stars that were also the design of stars that was in the cartoon. And I thought it looked really cute. So I'd like that for my mood tracker idea. However, the colors that I picked to convey my mood, I didn't really want to pick a bunch of browns so the cookies would look like the right color. So I just picked a bunch of the random pastels that I use for all the polka dots. So those will be some funny looking cookies by the time this month is over, but whatever, it's colorful and I like colorful stuff. So, habit tracker, same as always, just add some washi tape and some more of the stickers from the kit. And now we are moving on to a new spread I decided to add this month, my wellness diary. So this might sound a little anal and possibly not good for some people, but I think it's what I need to do this month. So, little backstory here. The end of April and a lot of July, we're not even in July yet, a lot of May, I was actually getting worse migraines than I was last time this year, and I was trying to figure out what the heck was causing them. Like, it was to the point where I would have to take an entire day off from being sick from these things. And it wasn't even just like, because like last year when I was getting them, it was just being sick in bed and keeping the lights off and the windows closed and just drinking water all day and feeling kind of nauseous. But this year it's been so nauseous that I'm literally in the bathroom throwing up for like 10 hours. And I had a couple of days almost back to back with that. I end up having to go to the hospital, and we're really trying to figure out what's the issue there. So tracking it is going to be the best thing to do so that I can go back to my doctor and be like, here are my findings, what do you think? So yeah, moving on to my weekly spread, very last spread of the month. This one I took from Pinterest, but modified it so it wasn't a February cutesy lovey-dovey setup to Pusheen's theme. And it actually took me a bit to find the spacings for this, but honestly, it shouldn't have taken me that long. That was actually pretty dumb. So I think I was just doing it too late at night before actually filming it, and that was probably why it was taking me so long. But just ripped some cute pinkish paper that I actually used at the beginning of this book for my setup video, and added some washi tape, some more stickers, kept it very, very basic. And honestly, by the time I was done doing this setup, I actually used the majority of my pusheen stickers, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit more, what's the word? I don't know, a little bit more cautious with my use of them so that I don't completely run out before the month is over. Alright, so here's my final flip through of my new and improved Pusheen themed setup. This is now officially the quickest setup I have ever done, and I think I'm gonna continue down that path for the next probably at least 2 months, just to give myself a good break, because I really need to put more of my focus into editing my videos that have been waiting for over a year instead of all my focus on drawing. Alright, so that was my June 2021 bullet journal setup. It is way better than my February fail from, I guess now, 2 years ago? Bugs. So while I finish up this outro, I will show you guys the original one drawing I did and the inspo for my weekly spread. Very, very short for this month. Very, very, very easy. Let me know if you like this one the best, if you want to see more of the simpler setups, because I mean for the next probably 2 months I'll be doing simple setups, but if you guys prefer those kind of setups, I'll probably do more of them instead of just like as many drawing heavies as I've done. They were definitely fun to do in the time, but I feel like especially last month, I realized even though I was proud of my drawings, I had to force myself to draw, and my drawing was supposed to be a way for me to relax, and it's starting to turn into more of an obligation than a, you know, relaxing thing. Plus, it's starting to take more time away from my bigger video projects on my Delete Factor channel, and that one is so close to being monetized, so I really need to like full force focus on that and turn this channel more into my hobby channel again. So yeah, let me know what you guys prefer, and if you'd like to check out any more weekly spreads or cards or whatever artsy thing I've been doing on my channel or whatever, you can see my Instagram here and follow me there. So also do follow me there, not just for my content, but that's actually where I do most of my updates. So if you're wondering like, why isn't there a video this Wednesday? The answer will probably be on my stories there. So yeah, please give me a follow, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys for the July setup. Bye!